looking good there. Let's do this. Well, Resident Evil for about 50 minutes. Give or take. Don't have much time, but I couldn't think of a game to play. That had, like, that I wanted to play that I could save anywhere, so I gotta be really, like, I gotta really plan out when I save before I leave. Resident Evil. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I did that color-coded puzzle. Fear can't kill you. Oh, I don't need the ink ribbon. Let's get that going. What else? Grenade launcher, don't need that. I think I got 2 of the death masks. Hopefully there's not too many fast zombies to deal with. Oh, what's up, ball busting babe? Oh yeah, the GameCube version was awesome. I rented it once. And I was like, man, this is pretty cool. And then they re-released it on the Wii again, you know, because they re-released everything on the Wii, because why not, right? But I'm glad they made a PC port of it. Like, it also goes to show you just how, like, some of these games, especially GameCube era games, still look pretty nice once you upscale them. That's how a remake should be done. Oh, they even like the same camera angles and stuff. It also helps that they used a fixed camera angle, so that just like the original, the graphics could hold up a little bit better because they could put more in the environments and then push more polygons on the characters. Yeah, I'm learning the burn mechanic. You use the lockpick. But yeah, I gotta burn the ones that are in the areas that I'm always gonna go to. But I didn't really burn enough in the beginning to clear it up. Oh, it's Barry. And the fish tank puzzle. Barry! Did I spook you, Barry?
Barry, I didn't mean to get you that excited.
Right. Anyway, you should read this.
Researchers will. Think it has to do with modern pre-rendered backgrounds? Yeah, it is pretty nice. My dearest Alma. Oh, this is the one that references Alma from Resident Evil 2. A letter is slipped inside. The top part of the letter is torn off. The rest of the letter is legible. Alma, I've tried to survive only to see you again, but my efforts only delayed the inevitable. I am infected and there is no cure for what will follow except to end my life before I lose the only thing that separates me from them. My penis. My love for you. Oh. In an hour I'll have entered my eternal sleep where there is peace. Please understand. Please know that I'm sorry. Martin Crackhorn. And I don't care.
What do you make of it?
Well, I guess
sounds
we're
like a
right
loser.
about this mansion being quite unnatural.
You have a way with understatements.
Where's the part that's torn off?
Well, my only guess is that it was the most important part, and somebody didn't want anyone to see it. Let's continue our investigation.
Let's do it separately and in different rooms, like Scooby-Doo. Dead bugs. There's like an ink... There was an ink ribbon in this, right? Oh, no. There's a gold bug. The lure of a bee. I also like how they kept the layout, but they changed up some of the puzzles. I need to put a hook on, you know. Because the layout of the mansion's roughly the same, though they added a bunch of new areas. Oh, it's right here. Okay, well, that's gonna be easy. Some kind of creature. Though I haven't played the Chris scenario as well, because the one thing about the Arkley Mansion, the first Resident Evil, is that, like, there's no way everything could have happened, but everything is apparently canon that happens, you know, from Chris and Jill's scenario. But it's always left kind of vague, but it's always assumed that, you know, like things, like Barry saved Jill, right? Like, that could never happen in the Chris scenario, yet it does. Or like Rebecca meets Chris, and that could never happen in the Jill scenario, but it does in canon, so. I put the hook in it. Let's use it in the water then? Hey, what's up, Besson? Yeah, you basically had to have played both scenarios and then somehow piece together your own plot from that for it to work. Fishing lures. So why do I have this? I guess I'll just put the bee specimen in there then. Damn it, I don't want to. Oh, God. Well, what's cool about Resident Evil 0 was that it originally was supposed to be on the N64. I wonder if anyone's found, like, the leaked game of that. That'd be cool if someone has remade Resident Evil 0, like, completed it on the N64. I have that one. I haven't played it yet. So I got 2 lures. I mean, this is obviously a hook. Putting the real bee there doesn't do anything. Don't know why I have the real bee. Oh, wait. Okay, I get it. I get it. There we go. What a pointless puzzle. Like... Oh, it was alive. Oh no, a bee! The big bee's gonna sting me! Oh my god! Fucking bees! Oh, I don't have a knife. Grab the thing. See, I was thinking about playing Resident Evil 0 first, right? But then I was like, nah, I can save it for later. It came out after this one. Like, it uses the same engine as this one. The same kind of, like, pre-rendered 3D. That's a spooky camera angle. Under the desk. Do I even need that ink ribbon? Nah, not really. There's, like, a hidden thing under here. Yeah, I remember this. Looks like they're headed through the bed. You can't push the bed. It's, you know what? I played some of it from Umbrella Chronicles. You know, the light gun game on the Wii. I actually kind of like Umbrella Chronicles. I wish it was a real light gun game and not just, you know, you point the Wii remote to shoot stuff, though. Alright, before I take that, let me go in and get this red herb over here. But at the same time, it's like, I can't see how they can really do a light gun game without, like, kind of pricey equipment anyways, on flat panel screens. So, that's the one thing about the Wii, you know, that was kind of neat, was, as well as, like, the PlayStation Move, was that, like, at least you could do some gun games, you know? not most people's favorite Resident Evil game. I guess because it was never really meant to be like one of the mainstays of the series. It was just meant to be something on the N64, you know, because N64 didn't get a Resident Evil. It got Resident Evil 2. What's up, Never Conquer? Because, I mean, Capcom's grand plan was, you know, it's like, all right, well, have different Resident Evils on different systems. But, hey, Nintendo eventually got Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube, which was, like, you know, that was, like, one of the top 10 games on the GameCube, hands down. And, like, I mean, I know it got ported to the PlayStation 2, but that port is nowhere near as good. And, in fact, that's the reason why the original guy that made... I mean, there's nothing unusual. Open it. Insert first aid kit case. What do you mean insert? What? Oh, you gotta look at it from that angle. Oh. Well, it's because the guy that made Resident Evil 4, he made it strictly for the GameCube, and then Capcom made the port for the PS2. And then he's like, because of that, he left. He's like, you screwed my artistic vision. You watered down the game. And the PS2 port of the game is missing a lot of things, like, it's small stuff, like, you know, there's less trees, the lighting's nowhere near as good, there's less, like, polygons, so, you know, like certain things were cut, like, you know, the suit of armors don't have the same level of detail, stuff like that. I mean, it's impressive that they were able to port it back to the PS2, but that is, like, a very inferior port. And they did it for the money. I mean, I understand why Capcom did it. It makes sense. Like, the GameCube was nowhere near as popular as the PS2, and they spent a lot of money making Resident Evil 4. If anything, Nintendo should have paid them more money to keep it, like, just on their system. I don't need the wind crest. Code Veronica on the GameCube. Now that one's kind of interesting because it's like it's based off the PS2 Code Veronica, which I think the main difference with Code Veronica on PS2 and GameCube is that like it's a little bit easier than the Dreamcast version, and like they retcon some things in it from the Dreamcast version to fit better with stuff. I think it's also the like if you buy the Code Veronica HD version, because I have that on the PS3. Maybe one day I'll try to stream it. I don't know if there's Code Veronica HDs on Steam, though. I have no clue. There's probably some redhead zombies here, huh? Fucking bullshit! Oh, how do you miss, Jill? How do you miss that? Alright, okay. You lied, it had the most unique graphics. Well, what's interesting about Code Veronica is it's like this Resident Evil, but they, instead of pre-rendered backgrounds, they went full 3D. It's the first fully 3D Resident Evil. And it's definitely, like, in my opinion, it's a way better game than Resident Evil 3. I should have made Crimson Heads in the newer games. I guess they wanted to keep them, like, they wanted to give the Arklay Mansion some unique monsters, though I always like to see returning monsters, like the, what's it called? The Hunter? I always thought the Hunter was, like, really cool. I wonder if I can do this. And I was glad to see it in Resident Evil 3. Alright, cool, I can. I might as well go get that ink ribbon, huh? That I didn't get. Because that was a close call, like I almost died there. Did I take the... Yeah, I did. Oh, the Whitehead Hunters? I remember when I first played Nemesis, like I didn't beat Nemesis back in the day. I beat it like a couple of years ago. That was before I was streaming games. And like, I just remember getting into the hospital, right? And I'd hear the hunter noise, and then all of a sudden they'd jump off screen and then I was dead. Because they have a one-hit kill move. They can just decapitate you. And I was like, well, that's cheap. But then again, they were always kind of like that. Like, when they show up in the original game, the game definitely gets a lot harder. I feel like that's when the game, like, that's when you have the most chances of dying. In fact, I almost think that's the hardest part of the game, is when you get back into the mansion and you have to deal with the hunters. Everything before and after that is much easier. The black liquors had that too. What always kind of blows my mind is, like, it seems like the liquor is like the favorite among either like fans or people that keep making the movies or the games, because they always seem to show up. You know what I mean? Like, they're almost like the iconic monster of Resident Evil, and I don't dislike the liquors, but I don't think they should be as iconic as they are, you know, or used as much as they are. But then again, like, you know, the hunters were also in Code Veronica as well. I gotta get rid of this. Yeah, the Tyrant's pretty iconic. I mean, what's funny is, like, the Tyrant is basically Nemesis. And, like, Mr. X is kind of Tyrant. You know, they're all just tyrants of a different name. Roughly, like that. I mean, if you want to get technical, but you know, they're both like T virus strands. They're not the G virus that. Just clone until they are usable. A lot of the crap though about Umbrella is explained in Code Veronica, because it explains the virus and stuff like that. And in Resident Evil 4, you know, it's not very Umbrella focused, but it shows the plagas, which I guess is like what Umbrella kind of based the virus off of. 1 out of 10 million. Oh, but I don't doubt the whole clone thing. Because, like, Code Veronica introduced the Ashley family, or whatever, you know, the founders of Umbrella. Yeah, that's what they are, the founders of Umbrella. And then, you know, reintroduce Wesker as the fact that Wesker is some kind of, like, super being. Because in the first game, Wesker's, you really just think of Wesker as, like, a plant or a traitor. Not necessarily like some kind of like something on par with Tyrant. Alright, well, this puzzle's different. Before, you just pushed a statue over a grate. Oh, that's why they use it so often, the T-virus. I remember the Wesker speech when he first introduces you to the T-virus, like, especially if you're Chris. It's like, check this out, what is it? It is the ultimate weapon. And then Chris is like, Wesker, you're pathetic. Oh no, Chris just starts laughing. What I like about that scene is if you close your eyes and imagine that Chris is, or Wesker is showing Chris his penis, it's like, the dialogue goes very well with it. Oh, so you just pushed this crap back. Wow, what a puzzle. Oh, I see. Okay. There's like a specific way of pushing him back. You know, here, like, since it'll be a while before I play the original Resident Evil, maybe I can find that sound clip of when Wesker shows Chris the T-virus. I always thought the G-virus was like the pinnacle, you know, the idea, but I'm glad they never brought it back constantly. That would have made it like shittier. And that's all from the remake. Oh yeah, right here. Okay, so this is what in the original game when Wesker shows Chris the tyrant. And I just love the dialogue here because it's just. I never played 6. 6 I feel is like the weakest from what I heard. Of like all the Resident Evils.
Is this?
That's
Inside
right.
chases.
This is the ultimate life form.
The ultimate
Tyrant.
life form.
Chris,
Stop laughing at my penis, tyrant.
stop it.
Stop it, it's not funny.
Wesker, you're pitiful. This is your savior? You say this failure is your savior?
You can make sure yourself whether Tyrant is a failure or not.
Here, I'll show you. I'll activate it here. Wesker, you're pitiful. Oh, they use stuff from 6 in the remakes? Alright, that's pretty much the speech. He's just like, check this out. Pretty cool. I wonder... I'm not gonna look it up, but I'm gonna wait until I beat the game as, like, this game as Chris to really see how that dialogue changes. I'm gonna get the mouse cursor out of there. So there, if there is a distinct way to do this, maybe, oh wait, there is. See this picture here? Okay, so it's like shield, axe, I guess sword, and then longsword. Alright, I'll just exit. Laughing, looking down the barrel. He doesn't even care. You're right. Hey, what's up, Colum? He does have some balls. Even though, like, right before that, doesn't he shoot Rebecca? Or does Rebecca run off? I forget. I know he shoots Barry if it's, like, Jill and Wesker there. Or, yeah, when Jill goes up there. So, I don't know. Wesker's like, stop it! Points the gun at him. Alright, shield, axe. You know, the same voice actor that plays Chris is the same guy from Castlevania's Symphony of the Night. He's Richter. They just leave her. Oh, you're right. Okay. Shield, axe. See, the other two pictures are harder to make out. I'm guessing the last one's a sword? Actually, no, the last one's the halberd thingy. Going back to work on Monday? Alright, Colin. Good luck with that. At least you're going back. Alright, let's see. Okay, that is not the order, you piece of shit. Would appreciate Tyrant a lot more than Chris. Oh, you want to buy a new TV monitor? Are you gonna get like a 4K fast refresh rate monitor for it? How old is Rebecca? She's only like she's like crazy young, right? Like I think in the original she's 18, but they might have bumped up her age a little bit to be 20 because she's the medic. And it's like, I mean, maybe she's 19, maybe she's like a genius and that's why she's like so young to be a medic. Alright, so the one I was confused about was what the third symbol is. Unless there are two different axes, let me look. See, it's because it's like this last one, I can't tell what he's holding. Looks like a lance. Yeah, if she was like 22, I could believe it. Like a 22-year-old nurse slash medic. But like an 18-year-old like medic, it's like, oh, okay. That's just fan servicey Japan. There's a large audience for this game. Probably see a jump here if your stream was tagged for the game. About 1,000 at the moment. You think so? I mean, I'm only going to be here for about 30 more minutes. I'm only streaming before I go to work. Let's see. Let's see if they even have the remake as a thing. Okay, yeah, they do. Resident Evil HD Remaster and then Resident Evil. A lot of, I mean, I could see Resident Evil 5 still being played because of its co-op. Right, now the axe? Something OLD, maybe a Sony or LGR. Sharp's alright. Yeah, I don't... Alright, so, like, there's some other shit going on here. So, there's a heart. There's, like, yeah, card stuff going on. There's a spade. Diamond. It's like, I don't... Okay, so you don't... Now that's definitely the shield. The second one, I think, is... Like, that looks like a one-bladed axe. Which is what that guy has, not the big axe. Which is what makes me assume that the last guy is the third axe. But what's with the playing card symbols, though? Like, the heart... Can I click on these people? Oh, people come, they play that and they come back. Something, but the gate is in the wrong. Wait, what? You have a 4K TV, but it's a junker? Yeah, fair enough. I mean, like, if I was in the market for a new TV, what I'd really be interested in is refresh rate. But they never fucking... Or not refresh rate, but response time. But they never advertise response time, you know what I mean? Like, at all, because apparently the average consumer doesn't give a shit, but I kind of do. So I would probably end up... Then again, I don't really, like, watch stuff in the living room anymore. All the stuff I do is, like, in the office, so... For me, it's just, like, small game monitors with fast refresh rate is where I go. So I don't necessarily need the 4K, but... Then again, they make those monitors in 4K now. Why are there playing cards, though? That's what I don't get. Like, I'm missing something in this puzzle here. Or is that just a thing? There are gaming TVs? Oh, so the Sleeping Night. Alright, so these guys do have names. They're both... Oh, no, they're all the Sleeping Night. Never mind. Well, sometimes it is important, too, when watching TV, because then what really bugs me about most modern displays is when I see, when I hear people talk and then their lips move, and I'm just like, does no one else see this? Like, am I the only one that sees this, where I can hear their voice right before their lips are forming the sentence? You know, it's like, do people not notice that? Because I notice it. Like, I notice it at the TVs at work and stuff. Like, that bothers me. I don't have any items that matter here. I'm gonna try the order I think it is one more time. Because I think I might have messed it up. So, like, if going from left to right, we have shield. Shield, axe. And then sword. Either that or, you know what, ignore the pictures completely and just try to solve it as a logic puzzle. Going to be able to handle 8K gaming? I don't think so. I think it'll upscale to 8K. I don't think it'll natively handle 8K. That's just like the marketing horseshit they would give you when they were going 1080p. You know, the 360 can do 1080p and so can the PS3, and it turned out that, yeah, on like flash-looking games, it could do that, but like actual like 3D hardware, no, it did 720 and then upscaled. But nobody calls them out on that horse shit, so they're allowed to market that like that. It's like, because that would be like if I say my Genesis does 1080p, just because I plug it in a FrameMeister and upscale it to 1080p, even though it's 240. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna treat this like a fucking logic puzzle, because yeah, like, that order... Yeah, I mean, they're still gonna do it today, because it's always gonna be resolution versus frame rate versus visual quality. Like, if you can bump down the resolution to get more effects... You see, like, I'm thinking... Okay. I had it. Which is weird, because, like, Digital Foundry says the opposite. Digital Foundry is like... Most games on the 360 run at 720, whereas the PS3 runs at a lower res. Except on, like, certain, like, Japanese developed games. Okay, so just solve it as a logic puzzle. And then you're done, like... So I don't know why there's those pictures. I don't get that. Like, why are there pictures in the back? See, it's like I'm running this game on PC, right? And like, yeah, technically I'm running it at 1080, but all the textures and stuff were made for 480. So that's kind of, that's where they get you with the, that's why resolution doesn't matter too much, you know? Because you can run like Quake at like 4K and be like, yeah, it's a 4K game, even though it's like, not really. It was made for like 640 by 480. But, you know, it's like a marketing thing. Jewelry box, oh. Examine. Okay, so I need... On the plate it says, sunshine will awaken me. So it's like a sun and a moon. Okay, hold on. So there's a puzzle going on with this. It looks like some buttons. So, okay, so the heart shapes, press those. Oh yeah, Call of Duty outperforms most of the time. There's a switch where you press the switch, yes. Okay. There we go. Oh, goody. Call of Duty, GTA, Red Dead, Oblivion, they all kind of run better. Like, especially if it was made for the 360 and ported to the PS3, which is usually what they do, because when you port games, you always go for the weakest system. Because you always want to port up, not port down. It's easier that way. Yeah, I heard Battlefield was when they started to, like, EA was really trying to optimize for the PS3. Because before that, EA was, their PS3 versions of games were just fucking awful. Like, in comparison. Alright, so there's like 4 death masks, I've gotten 3. I still need to unlock more shit with this. I'm gonna save anyways, because I got 9 ink ribbons. I have just a single herb. Though what's funny is like, what's it called? This generation, like, Xbox got its ass kicked by PlayStation in terms of sales. A lot of that, though, is because of their really terrible E3 that they did. My PlayStation or Xbox? I mean, if I could get both. Though right now, I don't even think I need an Xbox, because pretty much all exclusive games made by Microsoft are on PC now. First party games. It could be. I mean, PlayStation brand has always been a stronger brand, which I've never understood because, like, you know, they're like, oh, it's always been this great. And it's like most of the games that are good on PlayStation were all third party games. No one really cares about first party PlayStation games. Because every time I talk to someone who likes Sony, it's like, oh, I love Final Fantasy, I like Metal Gear, I like Resident Evil. It's like, yeah, those are not made by Sony. Like, they're not Sony games. I think it was their botched E3. Like, I think that really, like, kind of killed the Xbox with the whole, like, oh, you gotta be online all the time. And I know they took that out, but it's like, you know, that was some bad press. Yeah, Uncharted and Last of Us, but think about, like, before that, what was there? You know, I mean, there was, like, Warhawk, which no one cares about. SOCOM, which people only cared about when, like, you know, before Call of Duty was out on consoles. Now it's like, what's the point? Twisted Metal, which is pretty good. God of War, which is alright. You know, but, like, I think, to me, God of War and Twisted Metal... Well, Twisted Metal you can make a sequel to. God of War, I feel like it's done, you know, like... Now they're just kind of milking the franchise. Kind of like if you made more Metal Gears. Especially now that the creators are gone. But yeah, I don't see any reason to get an Xbox if you have a PC that can play those games, because Microsoft has finally decided to, you know, support PC gaming by... And they were the ones that were really against PC gaming, which is kind of hilarious, because when like basically they own 80% of the market in PC games, and then they were like, oh, we gotta like make sure that games don't come out on PC. And that's what they did. They would like go around and pay companies to not release their games on PC, so that they would only be exclusive to Xbox and shit. And then they just allowed Valve to make Steam. That could have been Microsoft. Microsoft could have been Steam, but they were too busy chasing that console money. And now it's like they finally figured it out. Like, oh yeah, we have this other platform, and instead of competing against it, we should like utilize it. Yeah, you like basically all games that are Xbox exclusives are now like Windows exclusives, so you can play them both. So, which is about time. Oh no,
Richard.
Oh, Jill, I've been bitten.
Happened?
Oh God.
You're wounded.
A terrible monster.
This whole place is a killing zone. There are monsters.
What did this to you?
A big snake.
He doesn't look as bad as he looks in the first game.
Poisonous.
Poisonous? Richard, hold on.
Bring me serum. I saw some, but didn't bring any.
I'll go and get it, okay? You're gonna make it.
Okay. A terrible evil. You know, I kind of want to find the cutscenes from the original game and play them whenever we see the remake stuff. Because, like, they're pretty funny. Alright, did that use up the key? It did, okay. There shouldn't be any redheads unless there's, like, more spawns happening. Richard! Are you okay? I think she actually says that to him, too. When you first see Richard, and he's got, like, these big fucking bite marks on him all over his chest. See, here it's like it bit him on the arm, right? But in the original, it's like it bit his whole torso. And he's just squirting out blood. The Jill sandwich is the one of... Like, Barry has the best lines. He really does. I can't believe. I assume should be here unless they changed it. That was way quicker. I think it's because the loading times are faster. It's like, Jill, you the master of unlocking. That line's not in this game, though. He does say the sandwich line. It's been modified, but he doesn't say master of unlocking. He doesn't even, like, try to... They didn't even try to, like, update that speech a little bit. You know, like, it's like him saying something like, you were always the master of unlocking things. Or the, you know, something... Or the master of picklocking or whatever. I don't know. So, this remake is a 0 out of 10. No master of unlocking line. I still want to see what Enrico says. You know, the guy in the cave, where he's like, there is a traitor in stars. Chris, are you alone? Enrique! Yeah.
Here, Richard. I'm gonna give you a shot.
Right in the butt.
Hang in there.
Jill, here's my radio.
Call Chicken Heart.
Take it. I'm... Does it ever not hurt?
Spoken by everyone who's watched a Resident Evil movie. Oh, he's still alive now. Okay.
I'm okay. The others...
So originally, this is where you fight the giant snake. If that's the case, I should, like, stock up. But I can go back to the safe room. There's no zombies I need to worry about going back to the safe room, so we should be fine. I just don't go up these one stairs and go through the door and I don't have to fight the snake. Oh, he's too close. Also, 2 bullets ain't gonna kill him. Yeah, the first time I think you can just run past the snake. You don't have to kill it. Or fight it. It's in the other room where it makes like it makes a hole in the wall or a hole in the floor. That's when you have to kill it. Alright, let's turn on... No, I got 8 minutes before I have to leave, so let's try to get the items in this room here. But I gotta light these candles, because she can't see, so she won't pick anything up, so you gotta light these candles first. Then go and check stuff out, which apparently is handgun magazine. And then some gun pedo is gonna be like, no, that's a clip, not a magazine, okay? Pistols have clips, rifles have magazines. How can this game not know that? How dare it take me out of the immersion? They're supposed to be Special Forces STARS rescue teams. They should know that that's a clip and not a magazine. What is their problem? Oh, hey, what the fuck? I missed. Not that time. Really? Well, that was way too many shots to kill him, but hey, whatever. Too busy making fun of people. Oh, I found the rest of the music. You should perform that maneuver that Caesar used in Gaul back in 2042 in the Battle of whatever. You know, it's like, oh my god, dude, come on. Like, it's... Jesus. Alright, I got 6 minutes. I should be able to combine the music score with the other music score. Shouldn't we, like, move him to a safe room? There's a bed in another one. You know, when Chris gets bit by the snake, Rebecca somehow moves him all the way to the medicine room with the bed. You think Jill can do it? I mean, I know Jill plays the piano better than Rebecca. I know that. That's an important stat in Resident Evil. Who can play the piano better, Rebecca or Jill? That was before Chris got roided up, too. Do the missing music. I mean, ideally, if I am gonna fight the snake, I should use the acid rounds and stuff like that, and then have some herbs. Oh, there's my alarm. Alright, so before I go, I'm gonna combine the music and shit and save. Okay, the music's done. I can put the music back. I don't need the lighter and the... I don't need the bird and the snake. Alright, so now to save the game here. Alright, okay, so saved, we're done. I'll try to play this when I come home, maybe? Or, you know, like, maybe... I mean, I have tomorrow night off, so I can play that, but I might also play Total War, since I'll actually have more time to play a game rather than, like, 40 minutes. But thanks, everyone, for joining me. Thanks, Ball Busting Babe, Colum, Never Conquer. Anyone else who was here, I do appreciate the lurk. I'll start uploading the Let's Play of this on YouTube at some point. Like, one of the cool things is now I actually have a lot of content that I can, like... you know, I'm actually ahead on my YouTube uploads because I upload a video every day. So you'll see this probably in like within the week up to this point. But yeah, thanks everyone for being here. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Take care.